Hello. Hey, namaste. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Lives are always so funny, you guys. I'm like, is everything right? You're afraid your light's going to get knocked over, which is over there. Hopefully it won't. You're afraid something weird showing. I know there's a weird shadow behind me. Welcome. Say hi in the chat. Let me know where you're from and start thinking about your question, okay? You're not just going to sit there and look at me because, I don't know. I put lipstick on for this. So let me turn my phone off. Hold on here. I'm going to turn it off completely or just, okay, let's put silent mode on. So this is a community chat. Welcome. I don't have a theme, okay? So you've got to help me out because it's very awkward. I've said this before. Basically, I'm sitting, looking at myself, talking to myself. So if you want to help a sister out, you really just need to say something. Let's see. Okay. I think we're good. I got my pillows propped up. And what typically happens, you guys, if you've never been to a YouTube where they're filming live, at about 40 minutes in, people start coming in because they finally see the notification, okay? So that's not going to happen. I'm probably just going to go for a half hour, and I'm really here to answer your questions. So I'm going to keep greeting folks as they come in. Right now, there are 5 of us, probably from all over the U.S., hopefully other parts of the world too. Okay, let me straighten out my necklace here. See, broadcast TV doesn't even do live, people. And I'm probably going to take this down after. It's just for the community. It's not meant to go out to people who randomly discover me. So let me know, are you a subscriber? And I had just put any questions about yoga or meditation. That was the theme. And I got to keep repeating it because folks are going to keep coming in, okay? So I'm so glad you're here. 8 of us are here right now. Hi. Okay, Tony from Bakersfield. Is that Georgia or California? Hold on one second. California. And Sharon, hello. Same to you, goddess. So yeah, welcome. So I'm Viv. Those of you who don't know my old videos, you'll see I had chosen a name for myself, Kalavati. So you'll hear me say, it's Yogini Kala. And I'll explain what happened with that. I stopped using that nickname, okay? And that's not that weird. I've lived in several towns where everybody had weird names, okay? Like they had name Butterfly, Butterfly Rainbow or something. I'm not making that up. Actually, that one I am making up, but similar, similar names people take. And then they're like, no, now I'm going to be like Amethyst. I don't know. Yeah, Amethyst Moonbeam or something. So let me read my comments. And again, welcome. Thanks for being here. Let's see. Tony, I'm looking to clear my boundaries and bless what I don't want out. Sounds really good. How can I make sure it's done gently with, and you mean meditation. Everybody does this. They say mediation because it's a really easy typo, you guys. Like anything you're reading about meditation on the web, it'll say mediation. And I'm like, that's something else. So I know you mean meditation. Let's see. How can I make sure it's done gently with meditation? Yes, I'm a subscriber. Oh, okay. So Tony, did you see my cord cutting? That was alive, you guys. And I think I put the timestamp because I'm greeting people for a little bit in it. But then we do this 30-minute cord cutting. It is really good. Just go to my channel page. If you ever want to find anything, go to the YouTubers, the main page, right? And there's a little tiny what do you call that? It used to be called a spyglass, but like a little magnifying glass, whatever. Anyway, search there and you can find any video you want. So I had, it's called cord cutting. And I think it says something about transformation and then cord cutting. So that's what I would do is literally, work with the idea of cutting. And actually, I think in the video, I talk about detaching the cord, especially if it's a person, Tony. That's what I would do. A lot of people said it really helped them. In fact, let me see if I can pull it up. Okay, that might be dull for the rest of you, but hang on. Hang on. Tony had a question, and she got to me first. So let me see. It is alive. Yes, it's called Cord Cutting Meditation, and I'm going to get you the link in 1 second. Get shareable link. This is so cool. And I'm going to put it in the chat. What's wonderful, you guys, think about literally 10 years ago, a person could not just talk to their community. I mean, it was like $7,000, $10,000 to get a live stream was a really big deal. Now, like, you could be in like Kuala Lumpur, wherever. I don't know. I don't know why I said Kuala Lumpur. Okay. I'm intuitive. Maybe somebody's going to watch it from Kuala Lumpur. And you can be broadcasting live around the world. So Tony, that's what I would do. And yeah, and say, you know, I bless you. I bless that situation, but I no longer, you're no longer welcome in my life, or something like that. I don't believe in like fighting things, because then of course, you know, when we start like fighting, opposing something, often we get into like a fighting, a negative energy with it. So yeah, hope that helps. So I put the link to the video I'm talking about, the cord cutting. I just put it in the chat. Hello, are you always positive? No. It's funny you say that. I found out my blood type, which I realized, I know that sounds weird. I'm not going to say it. But so anyway, I say positive instead of plus. You're supposed to say plus, but I'm so visual and I'm dyslexic. So I'm just like, oh, I'm such and such positive, like plus. You're supposed to say positive. Anyway, no, I'm not always positive, but I know it has an impact, you guys, because I have been, for those of you who don't know my background, I was a professor. I am not retired just because I have some gray hair. I'm not like old enough to really retire. And I was bullied in academia and by 4 males, and one female joined in just because, right? So let me know in the chat if you've ever been bullied on the job. And you guys, that was actually during the 2008, 2009 recession. So in a lot of ways, I'm going to go right to the positive thing. It strengthened me. It really did, because now I'm on a more even keel because I went through that, because I went through hell 2008, 2009, right? Economic recession. As I tell people, I was homeless. Now, I was never on the street. You know, I didn't get to that situation. I was still like, you know, crafty enough and ingenious enough to find places to live. In fact, I have a good story if you guys want to know the story about how I found a place to live. But I basically left a teaching job and ended up living off of all the money that was going to go into my retirement, because I just had to like leave that job. It was so toxic. So that's part of my background. I came out of this really toxic, though sort of prestigious, you know, job as a professor, but I was not happy. So I tell people now, I tell clients now, I tell anyone, if your job is making you deeply unhappy, I do think that, in my opinion, it's worth leaving it, because what I have seen is that you can, and give me a thumbs up or if you've experienced this, you can become physically ill, if not emotionally and mentally, from a job that is toxic. Okay. Let me know if any of you have experienced that. So that's a bit about my background. And again, I've been getting a lot of new subscribers, so I will share it so people know where I'm coming from and who I help, and why I also work with women who are dealing with anxiety, depression, but who are on the healing side of it. Okay, that was a good question. I'm not always positive. I don't tend to vibrate well with people, though, who are in a victim consciousness, because I feel that you can even look at our society now. It wants many of us to feel, like I say, you can be a victim. You can be victimized, but don't take the persona of a victim, because if you are a victim, right, if you take that as who you are, then you don't have any power. And so I think it's a crucial difference I'm drawing between, you know, somebody who's been assaulted or a horrible thing, you know, abused or something. Yes, that happened. I'm not denying that. Like, that would be crazy. Okay. But I'm saying don't take it as your identity. Okay. That's really important, because the people who take it as their identity, they stay at that level of victim suffering. And I really believe that we can individually, you know, work with circumstances. So even bad circumstances. So let's see, Sharon, I started doing my meditation. Okay, that's her question, but everything starts distracting me. Okay, common question. I start doing my meditation, but everything starts distracting me. Everything. Okay, you wrote you died last year from congestive heart failure, so I'm confused by that. You wrote, I died last year from congestive heart failure. I get such built up anxiety and agitation, so I need a way to release it. Can you explain what it means? We've been built up to believe there's no way out. Right. I don't understand. Were you saying you literally like flatlined from congestive heart failure? Because that's not clear. Or is that just like a typo, like you left out a word like, my mom died or my dad died? So can you clarify that for me? And yes, is it Armen? Armen, my glasses, because of COVID, I have not been getting everything that. And so I think I need new and better glasses. Armen. Is it Armen or Arman? But you're welcome. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Oh, you died. So you flatlined because of congestive heart failure. Wow. And then they were able to, wow, because usually congestive heart failure, actually, I shouldn't say that. I don't really know totally the outcome on that. So you flatlined, it sounds like this person Sharon is saying, and then came back. So are you in poor health still? Because I think that's important. So she's saying that she's having trouble meditating, and what I'm trying to find out is, are there health issues? Obviously, I think there would be, right? Still, and that could be part of why she's having problems. So let's see. I literally build up frustration like a cartoon character. Okay, so Sharon, can you tell me, are you still having physical problems though? That's a really important question. And I'll try to answer your question when I have that information. Welcome those of you who are just joining me. There are 9 of us here. Thank you, and please give the video a thumbs up. Again, questions on meditation, yoga. If you've actually watched any of my videos, then please, I have put out some, like my last 10 videos have been really like some of the best. I know a lot of people haven't gotten to watch certainly every one of them, but there've been a lot of really good information, good content. So I'm going to just check in with Sharon again here. Sharon, so are you still having health problems? Sharon, last chance. Because I think that I've changed everything diet, but this is the part that I have issues with calming down and focusing. Okay. So yeah, well, if you had congestive heart failure, you might have a lot of fear. That's why I was really trying to clarify. I don't want to just put out like bullshit information, you guys. And I've had people tell me, thank you, because in terms of meditation, I'm very honest about trying to help people and what's the best type for them and so on. So yeah, I mean, if you had congestive heart failure and you said you died, you flatlined, then you probably have a lot of fear. So the first thing I would say is and this is for a lot of us, get in therapy. You guys, I think therapy is really, really important. A therapist is basically somebody who is trained to help you, who has your best interest at heart, and who also isn't your friend. You know how you guys, your friend has an idea how you should live your life, or, well, if you did this, you'd be better. This person is a professional. So I think, and again, I get all my viewers are from all backgrounds, but I want to say, especially in the Black community, there's a stigma, and some of you may not know that, if you're from different backgrounds, but in the Black community in America, especially, there's a stigma about therapy. And I think a lot of communities, but it's a professional, like, even though I use a lot of different types of healing, I still go to a Western doctor to get a diagnosis. Does that make sense? To get a physical diagnosis. And then I may treat it in different ways, depending what I find out. For example, I would often go to a Chinese herbalist, a traditional Chinese herbalist in New York City, and he would want to know what the doctor said. Like, yeah, what did the doctor say you had? Okay, boom. And then he checks himself and he's like, okay, these are the herbs I'm going to give you. This is the acupuncture I want to give you. So Sharon, what I'm saying with that is I would say therapy only because if you went through such a life-threatening thing, you guys, and again, comment or thumbs up what I'm saying, or give her some feedback. I would say the first thing is therapy, and then take my meditation course, because there are techniques you can use to deal with distraction. I can't, in this, setting, like teach you how to deal with distraction, but there is a technique in mindfulness called noting or labeling. Noting, Noting, or labeling, where you you see what's distracting you and you give it a label. But I teach that in my mindfulness course. So I would recommend taking that. It's a 6-week course and it just finished. And I'll probably run it again in September. But it's really common to get distracted. I would say really, those things are what I would recommend. Welcome if you're just joining me. If you have any questions on yoga and meditation. Oh, awesome. You are doing therapy and I've changed outlook. Right. That's awesome. Wait, I'm doing therapy and I've changed outlook to life, not letting things frustrate me. I quit because it was mentally and physically unhealthy. You quit what? Guys, when you're typing, because again, I'm not hearing you speak, you have to be really clear. So I don't know, are you saying you quit therapy because it was mentally and physically unhealthy? Anyway, so I'll wait for that comment. So welcome. Questions on meditation. Have you watched? I'm going to just call out some of my last videos. You guys, I did an awesome video that was a chakra yoga practice. Check that out. I just put that out Friday. Okay, so if you haven't gotten a chance to do that one, do check it out. I filmed it outside. It's a really, really nice one. I called it Chakra Flow, chakra yoga practice for the root chakra, sacral chakra, third chakra, and up to the heart. I also did a really short video called Queens Have Rituals, if you've watched that and have a question. So this is really for my subscribers and for my regular viewers. I'm here, ask me questions. I did one on chakra affirmations where we went through and talked about the right for each chakra. And you basically affirm the right that each chakra grants you in terms of life as a human being. Check that one out. I did a body scan meditation, which so many of you, in fact, Sharon, try the body scan meditation. I'm going to pop the link and pop it in for everybody here. Hold on, I just copied it. The body scan meditation and the cover, you'll just see water. That's just what I chose because I thought it was calming. Okay. Other people would have put a picture of somebody laying there, but I didn't do that for several reasons. But Sharon, I'm going to share that. You might like this body scan meditation. Body scan is a type of mindfulness, and I recommended the women in my group because it was all women. Though my group program, I say, is open to guys too. But it especially appealed to the women in my group because the body scan meditation takes you through each part of your body very slowly and mindfully. And the way I lead it, I do my yoga voice and very slowly, and you just feel really good. So check that out. That is free on my channel. I have a lot of free content. And so, take advantage of that. Listen to that, use that. Okay, so yeah, body scan meditation, that's the link I just put in. I should have put what that was. That was the body scan. I love the feminine energy meditation and the one for money. Yes, the one for money, I really feel like I channeled that one. I think it's actually very powerful. Tony, I would do it like a couple times a week, and I would love to know if you see a shift in your ability to manifest abundance. Thank you for calling that one out. Yeah, the money one. Where is that one? Money and your chakras. It's a meditation. And it's gotten about 513 views and in a relatively short time. Now, my channel is relatively small. On YouTube, my channel would be considered like a niche channel, you guys. Like, I'm not gaming, okay? I am not playing video games and, or first-person shooter games and so on. So it's a smaller channel. So I really welcome your support. In fact, give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. So I'm going to go to questions now. Again, yoga, meditation questions. Let's see. Yeah, the feminine energy one. Oh yeah, that is doing really well. The feminine energy, it's really like affirmations. I think I'm going to do a meditation about it, but I'm still in my mind trying to plan how I want to present it. But the feminine energy, it's a series of affirmations. And of course, you can do it meditatively. That is really, really popular. That's gotten about 5,000 views. And it's like currently like my third most popular video. So check that one out if you haven't already. That one's really good. It is really good. Yeah, hi, Silverhead Fitness. Welcome. Welcome and namaste. Guys, check out her channel, Silverhead Fitness. Silverhead, do you want to just say briefly what your channel is about? Welcome. I think it's so important, you guys, to uplift, because karmically, and when you uplift other people, now I'm not saying people who are like energy vampires, that's a different issue. But when you uplift, first of all, it's coming from a place of generosity, and it makes you feel like your cup is full. To quote Oprah, she talked about keeping your cup full, so full it overflows to other people. So if you can, even as I'm saying that, I feel like better, right? So Silverhead Fitness, maybe she'll share a bit of what her channel is about. Some of you might be interested in checking out her channel. Let's see. Let's see. Girl, yes. App appointments for my business, cold market even. Okay, wait. Okay, Tony, break that down more. I want to know exactly what you're saying. Appointments for my business, cold market. Yeah, it's too chopped up. I don't know exactly what you're saying. So just take your time and type that out. Yeah, Sharon, you're welcome. Check out the body scan meditation, Sharon, and join my tribe, because this is really my work. So join if you would like to take the eight week. It could be 8 weeks, but I run it for 6 weeks meditation course. Last time we had 8 women from all over the country. We met privately on Zoom, just like this, but and you could see each other. So that's really nice. So Sharon, I would check that out. Tony, any of you. And Tony's going to tell me a little bit more about what she means there. And Silverhead Fitness, if you're still with us and you didn't get distracted, say a little bit about what your channel is about. I would love to know that. Welcome if you're just joining us. Welcome. Someone else just joined us. So it's Viv here. My channel is primarily aimed at prime of life women. Anybody can listen, but on YouTube, you need to niche. Niche means I can't talk to everybody. Everybody's not going to want to watch my channel. Okay. The same way I don't watch gaming channels. I don't watch channels about horror, fantasy, or whatever. I don't watch like family channels. I don't have kids. And if I'd had kids, that would have been good. And then I wouldn't watch other people with their kids, if you know what I'm saying. So, so my niche and the group I speak to is women, all backgrounds. I'd say 40s, 50s and up, who are reinventing themselves, who've healed from or healing from anxiety, depression, but who are on the other side of that. So I'm not a channel that's like super mental health focused. I realized that I was more comfortable with women who were ready to go after their big dreams. Like that's who, in fact, some of my coaching clients right now are, I'm helping them manifest their dreams. And that's actually, if you're interested in private coaching with me, that's what I do. I would love to see some of you and work with you more personally. Go to my website, which is called intheflowofmagic.com. So I have clients where they want to manifest their business, make it a little bigger. They're just starting. They're transitioning from one profession, like teaching. A lot of teachers are drawn to me because I was a teacher. I still am a teacher. And they want to transition. So that's a lot of the work I do with coaching women. Let's see. Silverhead Fitness. Okay. So guys, check out her channel. She says, I inspire health and wellness through exercise. Like, again, that's not my focus. So I don't feel competitive with her. I do yoga specifically, but I'm not a yoga channel. Okay. Per se. I am a yoga teacher and I include that in the wellness that I do. So she is like fitness. And that's really cool. I popped over to her channel and she's working out. She's in the gym. Guys, I do not go to gyms. Though I did meet a boyfriend in the gym. And so that's a good place to meet people, the gym, right? And they're into health if they're in the gym, right? But I personally don't like working with machines so much. But let me tell you about her. But it's really good, I think, for most of us to do that. I inspire health and wellness through exercise. I upload videos of me exercising, and I upload positive mindset videos occasionally. Nice, right? You need positive mindset if you're going to work out. So Silverhead Fitness, a tip for you, goddess, and really get in touch with me. I would love to chat with you about your channel. A tip for you is see the types of videos folks like. Look in your analytics, and this is for anybody and anything you do, whatever your job, in some way, this will help you look at what works in your job and do more of it. So for those of us who have a YouTube channel like Silverhead Fitness, I would recommend to her to look at which videos are most popular, and that way you know what your people like. Okay, so that's a key there. So Tony, tell me what you're saying specifically. Tony, are you self-employed? And you're saying, oh, okay, meditations for money and feminine energy. Right, those are the ones you really liked. I had reached out to people, had met in cold market, and they responded, resulting in 2 appointments. 1 appointment today, which led to 2 more appointments this week. Okay, so 2 more appointments for what? What do you do? Guys, maybe somebody else. I'm just like, it's so funny because you see me, and so it's like I'm talking to you, but I don't quite, if you were on the screen talking back to me, I'd be like, okay, got it. You had reached out to people, so that's great. It sounds like you were doing some sales, is that right? In a cold market, so they didn't know you, and they responded, resulting in 2 appointments. 1 appointment today, which led to 2 more appointments. So are you teaching fitness as well? Tony, are you teaching fitness or yoga? What are you teaching? Like, what are the appointments for? Like, I don't get it. And are more appointments good because did they hire you? That's what I'd love to know. Welcome. Hey, namaste. If you have questions specifically on yoga or meditation, any of my recent videos, I would love to answer them. Okay. Oh, great. So it sounds like they're working with you. That's awesome. Got it. Okay, I'm putting it together now. So you are saying that you think the meditations were helpful, and that's wonderful to hear. Guys, we're talking about a money meditation I have put out. Go to my channel, you'll find it. And I put one on increasing the feminine energy. And the feminine energy is about being receptive. I'll talk more about that in a second. Great. Congratulations, Tony. Nice. Yeah. The feminine energy, you guys. And again, I know. Some guy got mad at me because I said goddess, and I wrote back to him. I was being a little snarky. I wrote back, do you know how many times women answer to you guys? I mean, we do. We're like, oh yeah, you guys. And I said goddess, and he like flipped out. Oh, she thinks it's only women. And I'm like, yeah, well, my channel's for women, so whatever. If I had a menswear channel, I'd be like, hey dudes, hey gentlemen. I know you guys feel what I'm saying, right? So he's gonna come at me with like, oh, you said goddess. She thinks it's only women watching. I'm like, no, you're welcome to watch, but I'm gonna talk to the ladies who, anyway. The feminine energy is attracting, is the energy that is more of a pulling energy. It's a receiving energy. It's not, and my big thing, and a lot of women are talking about this, a lot of spiritual teachers are talking about this. We have gone way into the masculine energy, even for women, and that's about go get it, push, fight, hustle, the hustle culture. Okay, give me a thumbs up if you know what I'm talking about with the hustle culture. Just hustle, like work harder, sleep less. If they sleep 5 hours, you sleep 4, you sleep 3. I had actually a friend who's a Tibetan guy. Again, maybe cultural. And he said to me, because I'm a massage therapist. I do hands-on healing work, massage therapy. And he said to me, you should do 12 massages a day. And I was like, because I know most of you aren't massage therapists or anything like that, but 12 a day is a lot, you guys, a lot. Most massage therapists do like 5 a day. And here's this guy telling me, do 10, 11, 12. And I'm like, because am I trying to kill myself? What am I trying to do? And his thing was just, I honestly, I don't know what it was, to be really honest with you, but that is a more male approach. Just work harder, do more. Don't listen to your body. And the feminine approach is, well, I have to pay attention to how is my body feeling? How are my emotions? Is it working for me, right? And this is for men and women. So this feminine, you guys, that I'm talking about isn't just for women. That's what really the divine feminine is. The divine feminine is rising, even though currently, and I don't want to talk about politics, but currently it looks like, shit is hitting the fan, and it is. But it is part of a process. It is part of a healing process. And I talk about that in a video, Chakras, Chaos, and Consciousness. Check that one out. Chakras, Chaos, and Consciousness. So obviously, when anything has to change, it's like there's a revolution, right? It's very ugly. It's bad, but change typically, it's like a forest fire. That's a great analogy. A forest fire is not a beautiful thing, right? There's damage, there's death, there's destruction. But as many of you know, after a forest fire, it's incredible the life that comes back to a place. Okay. And it is, in fact, can be a normal part of, like, say, a forest, is to have a certain amount of fires. Now, of course, we don't like forest fires because we have our houses right by the forest. And so that's not good. But my point is that cycles of change come with sort of a rise and then a fall, a decay, breaking down, and then rebirth. And that's really what I'm saying. There's rebirth and that there's a death. Right. And it's a cycle. It is always continuing. It's always continuing. And that is a part of nature. So let's see. What is Kundalini meditation? Okay, great question. And again, I'm only going to answer stuff that is within my wheelhouse. I'm not going to try to totally make stuff up. Kundalini meditation could be the chakra meditation, because the chakras are. The Kundalini energy is said to be this energy at the base of the spine, and it is not an actual snake, people, okay? There are people who are from certain religious backgrounds who any other religion or spirituality that's not theirs, they literally demonize it. That's where the word demonize comes from. I actually was finding out more about that because I, of course, know the word demonize, but it literally means, it began in a religious context when one religion would take the other religion's beliefs and say, oh, and just demonize, literally, like, oh, that is blah, 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 because we're right and they're wrong. So anyway, the Kundalini energy is in everyone. It's literally like everyone has a nose, obviously born without any birth defects. We have eyes, we have our senses. So the Kundalini energy is said to be almost like it's a very powerful energy. Typically, most of us are using just a small amount of that energy because it's a very, very powerful energy. And so the imagery is that of a snake. And that it rises and it would go up, the energy would go up through the spine and awaken all the different chakras and basically like illumination, enlightenment. So that is meditation where you're sort of working with that Kundalini energy. There is Kundalini energy and Kundalini yoga, which is still a particular branch, just so you know. It's not all of working with the Kundalini. He just named it that. That's Yogi Bhajan. And that is a type of yoga that aims to work directly with the Kundalini energy. Okay? I don't want to go too far off because some of you might be like, what the hell is she talking about? So I'm just answering that question. But working with the chakras, yes, can activate the Kundalini energy. And that's why what I'm showing is very safe. The only caveat, the only thing is I typically say in my videos, if you know you have any sort of emotional instability, then don't spend all your time doing chakra meditation, because it can be very healing. But if you are imbalanced in any way, then be really careful. There are a lot of things I wouldn't do, if you had an emotional or mental illness. Obviously, speak to your doctor. But yeah, so that Kundalini meditation works with that Kundalini energy, which is at the base of the spine. It is said to be wrapped 3.5 times around like a, I forgot what they even say, but it's metaphorical. And that energy is if you did like a lot of yoga, you guys, and you did austerities, they're typically called, that energy, you can awaken it. And then it does bring spiritual awakening, but it can also bring almost like temptations too. So typically you would do that really under the guidance of a teacher. Hope that is helpful. Yeah. Oh, you're welcome. Been slow to contact you. Yes. Silverhead Fitness. She's a YouTuber. Check out her channel. And fitness, Silverhead Fitness, do you aim for like people, men, women in like 40s and up? Is there an age range just so folks know? Oh, on your day off. Yes. I'm so grateful to those folks who are working and who kept working, especially essential workers. Let me know in the comments, are most of you back to work, or are you still, I'm just curious, are you still sort of working less with COVID, with the coronavirus and all of that? So yeah, Tony, good. Keep going. Nice. So yeah, you guys try my money. I have a video, chakras and money, and it's basically a meditation, especially for the person who asked about Kundalini, where you work with what Anadea Judith calls, and she's the foremost Western expert on it, she calls it the manifesting current, where you work from the crown down. And the idea is it's like you're taking spiritual energy and you're making it more concrete as you go through each chakra all the way to the root, and that's about manifesting. Okay, so check out that video. It is chakras and money. Okay, so let's see. I'm essential. Okay. Oh, good. So it sounds like you have a side gig then, Tony. That's awesome. You guys, it's so funny. Your picture is the size of like a spider. What's so small? Like the head of a pin. So I can barely, your picture shows like this big. So it's really funny. I just barely see a human head. But yeah, Tony, that sounds good. It sounds like you've got multiple things going. So any more questions those are some great questions. We talked about Kundalini. We talked about the body scan meditation, distraction. I recommended that. If the woman, Sharon, if you're still here, who asked about distraction, yeah, I mean, you could focus on the root chakra, Sharon. You could do some root chakra meditations. The root chakra, you guys, has to do with when it's balanced, we feel very calm and like an oak tree, the way it has big roots, you would feel very rooted. So you could try a root chakra meditation, Sharon, if you're still here. You could try that because she was saying she felt very distracted easily. Let's see. Do you have any Taurus placements? Oh, I actually really don't. Is it Catsy? That is so funny you're saying that. I am wearing brown and there's this wood. That's not my wood paneling. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't do that. Okay. I do like this top just because it's so comfortable. It's really loose. It's super comfortable. I do not have very much Taurus at all. So sorry. Guess again. I'd be curious. Let's see. Tanjila, thank you. She says, I love all your videos. How do you focus on a chakra? Great question. And I'll double back, Katsy, if you have something to guess about my chart, you can guess again. You'll get a second, maybe a third chance. You focus on feeling them where they're located. Like if you're focused at the throat chakra is sort of like right about here. Close your eyes, you meditate, and you would do the sound for that chakra. That is the most powerful way. So actually check out my videos. I have the one on the root chakra, like 20 ways to balance it, where I just go through them. And I just made one, I think, on the sacral chakra, 11 ways, but always the strongest way. People don't want to hear that. It's to meditate on the chakra. You focus there. You could picture the color. You could have an illustration of it. Hang on. Let me see if I have a book real quick that I could show you. I actually really love the lives, you guys, once I get going. What I'm searching for, you guys, is let me see if I can find this one's not so good, Wheels of Light. I wanted a book that might have just color illustration of the sort of the symbol and the color of the chakra. You close your eyes and you just focus there and you would chant the sound, the bija or the seed sound. It's supposed to be very powerful. So for example, the root chakra is lum, 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 and they each have a sound. So that's how you'd focus on it. And watch my channel. I'm going through all the chakras. I have the root one done. I have a meditation for that. I have one for the sacral chakra, but I don't think I have the sound, which is vum, vum, vum. It's sort of it's spelled VAM, but it's sort of a rounded sound, vum, 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 vum. And you'd focus at the second chakra and try to really feel it and feel like the sound is like hitting that area in your body within the subtle body. But yeah, it takes practice. Watch my videos that talk about the different chakras, okay, to get a start. Yes. Oh, good. Okay. Yeah. Check it out. No age limit. Okay. Silverhead Fitness. She just calls it Silverhead Fitness. I think she has some, what did somebody call it? Your wisdom hair. And I thought that was beautiful. I had not heard that when I was growing up. That wasn't, having gray hair was not called your wisdom hair. And I was like, wow, the younger generation, they're so cool, because that sounds so nice. And actually, I may color my hair at any point because when I do, people they don't know my age. So I may do that because, in our society, give me a thumbs up. There's a lot of ageism. There's a lot, people have ideas about how you should be. Oh, wow, you're 40. Oh, I didn't know you were 40. Oh, wow, you're 35. Oh, wow, you're 60. It's stupid. What I do is I sort of react to the person in front of me. I'm like, oh, okay, that's how they are, but most people, and I'm going to say this, most common people, it's like, oh, if you're 50, then that means, I don't know, you have to dress this way and you have to blah, blah, blah this way. And it's like, no, that's a concept. You don't actually have to do that. Give me a thumbs up if you agree, because this can happen at any age. Pretty much if you're like 30 and up, then people have an idea of your age. And even probably to young people, right? They're like, oh, you're only 18. So you're only 18. You're only 19. Again, it's an idea of you relative to your age. And of course, I will stick with you'll see you do get wiser as you get older, only because you've had more experience, right? You've lived longer and seen different cycles. But in terms of as we get older, I think that people latch on to age in a negative way, especially in Western society. So I don't like that. Oh, love Lundy. Hi, I recently found your channel. I adore it. You are my guide on my personal path to becoming a holistic healer. Oh, beautiful. Wonderful. Love Lundy. So reach out to me via my About page. And I have a 30-minute appointment. We can talk if you'd like some support. But that 30-minute appointment is free. Because she said holistic, she or he, Love Lundy. Again, your picture's like this small. It's like, holistic healer. And I was like, okay, I have to talk to them. Do you have oh, wow, that's so funny. I do have a Patreon. Spirit, yeah, is good. But yes, let me put how you can get in touch with me. If you go to anybody's channel, go under About, and they should have their contact info. Again, see, I'm helping other people there. I mean, my channel, just go to In the Flow of Magic and you'll find out how to make an appointment with me. I do free 30-minute, I call them Clarity and Calm. And my hope is that at the end of talking with me, you'll have at least some clarity, right? 30 minutes is a short time, and you'll feel calmer. I always do a little meditation with you. And so you'll definitely feel calmer and you'll have some clarity. And then, of course, if you'd like to work with me, it's kind of an inquiry call, but I don't do a heavy sales pitch. Some of you may have been on calls like that. I really do give advice and give you at least 1 or 2 tips within that time. Honestly, guys, by the time most people finish talking, it's 15 minutes. And I'm like, okay, stop. I'm going to tell you what I think. And, in that time, I'm like, okay, blah, 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 blah. But, if you would like to coach with me, I have group coaching and I have one-on-one coaching. And literally I had a young woman tell me this and it made me feel really good. I asked her, literally in that free call, she revamped her whole career thing with what she was doing with going to school. I just really asked her, what are you doing? And she switched out of what she's doing and she's actually going to study massage therapy. she just shared with me what her dreams were, and she was studying, I'm going to make it up because I don't want to reveal too much, but let's say it was like sociology. And I'm like, why are you in this field? And she, I really just really basically went into coaching her. She was very young. I knew that she wouldn't be able to, have paid coaching with me. And so I spent about 45 minutes, and she wrote me back thanking me. And she said, look, I'm going to massage therapy school, because that's the path she wanted. She wanted to be on a healing path, but she had no support. Anyway, so it was really great to be able to help her. And that was just with the free call. So just to encourage you, if you are someone who's a professional and you want to leave one field and get into the other, then do get in touch with me. I have done that. I was a professor, got myself that job. I used to teach at an art museum, actually in New York City. I used to teach at the Museum of Modern Art, which is a very, very, probably one of the top 5 museums in the world for modern art anyway. So I've done a lot of different things, and I'm really good at transition. I really believe, goddesses, and welcome to those of you just joining, that the inner work, I'm not saying I'm a business coach. What I am saying is the work that you want to do in the world. A lot of you who watch me want to be healers, teachers. You're here to really help mend this very fractured planet, this fractured nation, fractured peoples, fractured communities, right? This is why you're here. And so what I'm seeing, I'm so glad whoever prompted me to go in this direction. What I'm seeing is a lot of women who are struggling. They want to be the healers. They want to be the light, but they have so many issues personally pulling them back. And so I just feel like if you have to get yourself strong, you have to get yourself centered before you can help others. It's like the idea, if you're drowning, goddess, if you're drowning, you fell off the boat, somebody else is in the water, but you're drowning, you can't really swim. You can't save them. Okay, this is becoming more and more apparent to me. Give me a thumbs up if you're following what I'm saying. I do think that in a lot of communities and also a lot of religions have made prosperity bad and money bad. And the thing is, you can't help anybody if you have no money. You can't help anybody if, you're having trouble paying your rent, so you get what I'm saying? I'm definitely also saying mindset, because even with structural problems like racism, sexism, just messed up, corporations having powers that are, overshadowing the powers of individual people, of citizens, for example. But we still, within that, what can we do to lift ourselves up? And so I'm just saying that I think a lot of us in different communities have been brainwashed basically about success or about making money, and literally as a way to keep people down. Often women, of course, if a woman is too ambitious, what do they call her? Oh, she's bossy, right? There's been a whole movement about that. And I know this is true. If a little girl's kind of aggressive, or just, if it was a little boy, we'd say, oh, he's going to be a leader. He's going to be a boss, right? Cool, whatever. If it's a little girl, we're like, okay, we kind of try to calm her down. Why are you being, you're being too bossy, be nice. And of course, I would raise my boys and my girls to be nice, but you can be nice and still have ambition. You can be nice and still realize that maybe you're going to be a great manager. You're going to be a great entrepreneur, right? Can you be nice and be an entrepreneur? Can you be nice and be a boss? So that's just something that I've been really working with lately, you guys. So whoever got me to go off in that, MoMA. Yep, Museum of Modern Art in New York City. I worked in the education department. It was a lot of fun back in the day. And I would go out to the public schools, and I would also then bring, like, not just the tour guide. I would do programs in the schools with introducing them to the art and just creative things to get them to talk about the art, to understand it. And then they'd come in, and we would take them around, and it wouldn't be me lecturing them as much as MoMA had a very specific technique that was really brilliant, that was asking questions. And so we get the kids to talk about the art and sort of lead them a little bit, like if they went way off tangent. But Anyway, so I really did enjoy that. That was, that was very interesting work. And being at that museum was really, really good. I did that a few years out of college. So, oh, nice. Okay, wait. Oops, I missed something. Somebody's studying at Spelman. Okay, wait. So much. Love Lundy. Okay, yeah, find a way to get in touch with me. Are you saying, Love Lundy, are you at Spelman? Life Coaching 365 says, how good is it to see you? We are supposed to collaborate. Hence, I haven't been on IG. Life Coaching 365. Yeah, you said that. Reach out to me. All you have to do is go to my website. If somebody says they want to collaborate with me, then I leave it to them to get in touch with me. All my contact info is on my website, which is intheflowofmagic.com. There's also contact info here on my YouTube page. Hang on, let me just be sure that I'm telling you the right thing. Hold on. Because I do get folks who want to collaborate. I'm super busy. Working on a chakra course, you guys. I have coaching clients and making videos for the channel. I upload twice a week, as you know, usually Thursday and Sunday. And so that's a lot of work. In fact, the yoga video that I made, you guys, hang on. The yoga video that I made, it took me an hour and a half to film, and that's fine. I enjoyed doing it. I got to do yoga. But of course, it's kind of, when I'm doing it, I have to stop, check the camera. But it was still enjoyable. But editing that video, you guys, so please go watch it. It's a really good video on a nice yoga flow. It took me 5 hours to edit it, 5 hours. So if you want to collaborate with me, you've got to reach out to me via my email and let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what your channel is. Let me know what you're about, and then we'll go from there. But if somebody says to me, email me, I'm like, really? You have to give me more than that, because I'm public, I put out all the ways to contact me if you're interested in working with me or something like that. So I'm pretty easy to get in touch with directly. Let's see. That is definitely my path. Sharon Lane says, I've been a nurse for 20 years, but I'm wanting to do something more meaningful. Oh, great. So Sharon, you want to get into what specifically? I'm going to try now, as more folks are here, sometimes the chat moves up, you guys. So welcome to those of you who are new. We were talking about yoga and meditation. If you had a question, I'm going to wrap up, I would say, in about 5 minutes. But folks were a lot of folks watching me were into fitness or healing themselves. So I started talking to them about that. So let's see. Yeah. Well, being a nurse is fantastic. And I get that. And to be really honest with you, that background is going to serve you well if you do anything in wellness, because again, give her a thumbs up. If I know somebody was a nurse and say now they're coaching me on healthy eating or some exercise, or, maybe you become a keto diet coach or something, or for pregnant women, how to lose weight after pregnancy, and you have a nursing background, you're going to be so much more respected. So I think you're in a good position. I think that's great. And if you would like to work with me, like I said, most of the women, I work with some folks who are dealing with illness. And so in that case, maybe I'm teaching them different meditation practices so that, they're calm, their stress level goes down. They start to actually enjoy their life more despite this illness that they're dealing with. So on that level, I can work with you. But I also work with a lot of women who are in transition. Like they did one thing, usually they were employed, and now they want to be self-employed. And that is hard for a lot of folks to go from having a boss, right? And the boss tells you what to do, right? If you're a nurse, I know there are exact protocols, right? You go in and I see you guys with your charts, and, there's somebody telling you how to do everything pretty much. And everything has a set protocol. While if you're an entrepreneur, if you want to be a healer or teacher, you have to set everything up yourself. So that can be really challenging. So, I work with women in that situation. So yes, I would love to support you. Oh, you're at Spelman. That is awesome. That is so awesome. Very good college. Yeah, very good college. Yes. Book an appointment with me. It's all on my website, intheflowofmagic.com. I think you'll see under the individual coaching page or something, And you'll see the appointment calendar is right there. So thank you all so much. My second guess is Libra. Okay, Katsy's still guessing. I love this. I think I'll end soon on this note in just a few minutes. Welcome to all of you who came late. It's Viv here at Yoga Bliss Dance. And you guys, that name was the name for my first website, which is my local massage therapy website. So it doesn't match with my other website, which is more for my distance work, for my coaching and so on, which is called That's in the Flow of Magic. So I have these two different sort of, whether you're in person and whether you're more digital. So, oh, you're a freshman. Nice. Very excited. Yeah, very excited to speak to you. And hopefully your name is Lundy, because otherwise I'll be like, who? But the screen name is Love Lundy. Life Coaching 365. Hello, Life Coaching 365. What do you have a focus for your life coaching? I don't mind you sharing it in the chat. Let's support and share what you do. I would love to know that. Yep, top 5 museums. Yes, I would say it is the Museum of Modern Art. Gemini, no. You guys are completely off on this. The Libra thing, I believe my moon is in Libra in the Eastern system. I always say this, the Western system to me, it's off. You know, right? You all know they didn't adjust. I can't explain it because I'm not an astrologer, but the Eastern Vedic system used in India and other parts of the world, and whatever, is that sidereal? I don't know, but not the Western system, but they've adjusted to exactly where the planets are. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. And so their timing is excellent. And so my moon, I believe, is in Libra in that system. And in that system, I'm either Virgo moon or Libra moon. And a lot of Leo. And actually my birthday is right around this time. So I don't want to say the exact day, but yeah, Libra moon, I think, in their system. But it's so complicated. I'm told by astrologers that system is much more complicated than the Western system. So I go to a wonderful astrologer, and I'm actually probably going to make a video where I mention her. She's really, really good. She is from India. She's very blunt, but she's very accurate. And actually, to end the video, she's the one who said to me, "Why are you using the name Kala?" She said, that is not a good name for you. And I actually took the name, you guys. Some of you will find this interesting, the astrology folks. I took the name when I was going through a very hard time, when I had just left academia, when I had quit that job, right? I was being bullied. I was like, that's it, I'm out of here. I had tenure and I left the job. That is very unusual. I had tenure. Tenure means you have a job for life, unless you do something crazy like burn a building down. Okay, which I didn't do. I have tenure, and I left because the folks in the department were really just not at a high vibration, is the nice way to put it. And so I, after that, took this name. And one of the meanings of it, Kalavati, is one skilled in many arts. And I thought, I do a lot of different types of art. I'm very creative. I like that name. And I shortened it to Kala. And so this astrologer, you guys, that like I said, I'm going to recommend in an upcoming video, her first words to me were like, who gave you that name? And she said it in her Indian accent. And she said, who gave you that name? And I said, I have been feeling that the name is not right for me for the last 4 months, because I'm very intuitive. But you guys, I literally was like, how do I tell people I don't want to call myself that anymore? I couldn't figure out how to change back to my birth name, which is Vivine. And she said to me, that's Kala is not a good, the sound doesn't match with your chart. She goes, Vivine, those sounds are perfect for you. And I'm like, go figure, right? What do you think of that? So those were her first words to me before she even gave me the full astrology reading. And I said, I have felt that. How it happened for me as an intuitive was I would hear my name in my head. I'd hear Vivine, and I'm like, yeah, Vivine. I was like, I should change back to that. So I did. So that's why my old videos say Yogini Kala. And she also says, don't even use the Yogini, just use Vivine or Viv. I think Viv is fine, but she's like, those sounds match with you, and they really, they're very good for you. but the ka, that sound is not good. And she literally can look it up to the, you know how astrology charts are divided into sections. So that was very helpful for me. So I started telling folks, look, I'm going back to my birth name, and people don't mispronounce it. It's Vivine. And that was in part why I had switched from it also, you guys, is because I don't know if any of you out there have a name that, you know, people mispronounce. Like, it's funny, even the name, and I might be mispronouncing it because I haven't heard it, Sharon. Maybe you say that name and people go, Sharon or Sharon. Like, they, you know, when I say my name, people go, oh, Vivian. Oh, Vivian, that's what you meant to say? And I'm thinking, no, I mean, I know how to pronounce my own name. So yes, Virgo. And you can, if you know me personally, the Virgo is definitely there. I'm not super, super neat, but I do like a certain order, and I definitely notice what's not matching and what's not working. So it's that Virgo pickiness, and of course the obsession with health and wellness. So, you know, you can take a bad trait and turn it into a good. So I definitely have Virgo traits for sure. I've always, since I was very young, been interested in healthy eating. Nobody in my family paid attention to that stuff. You know, I was macrobiotic. I've been vegetarian. I think I was vegan for a little while. You know, I've always been very interested in taking care of the body, taking care of health. And that's like a Virgo, one of the Virgo hallmarks. So I found that interesting. Thank you. Thank you, you guys. How do you say Lauisi? I'm totally messing up your name. Sorry. See, you know, is it just Louise? But it looks like it Lausi. Thank you for wishing me happy birthday, Katsy. Thank you too. Oh, you go through the same. Yeah, I like Tangila. I'm sure, you know, because it's an unusual name, but I think it's worse. And those of you still watching, yes, I think it's worse when you have a name that's close to a common name. If your name is really unusual, sometimes folks can learn it. They'll be like, how do you pronounce it? You know, like Tangila, if you said to me how to pronounce your name, I'd probably remember it because it's unusual. But if your name is like Mare, like Marea, but with a little accent or something, not Marie, Marea or something, people are like, Mary? You know, so I think parents are cruel who give their, like, you know, Vivine. It sounds awfully close to Vivian. Don't give your kid a name that sounds like another name. That's been my pet peeve since I was 2 or so. So, yeah, you go through the same. So wait, Lisha. Oh, it's pronounced Lisha. See, but the spelling would not lead you to that. Lisha. Okay. And again, hearing that, I'm like, okay, it's close to Lisa though. You probably get a lot of confusion. Anyway, guys, I don't know. My light's blinking. I don't know. The air conditioners are like sucking too much power. I got to cut some power off or something. I live in a wonderful old house, and it just, you know, you don't want to stress it too much. Ah, okay. Oh, is that Gaelic? Yes. Well, Gaelic. Well, the spelling to the pronunciation is going to be interesting. Nice. No, some people are just dumb. Katsy's coming at it with an attitude and says, no, some people are just dumb. Nobody can pronounce my real name either. Okay. It's true. It's people that are lazy too. Let's be honest. People are lazy. Oh my God. I just read somewhere an actress. She's not super famous. I shouldn't say that because that's going to sound rude. American actress, Black actress, and but I think of Nigerian descent, and her name, you know, it's not Mary or something. And so she said she went home to her mother. Oh, this is cute. She said, Mom, can I call myself Zoe or something? And her mother said, if you can pronounce Beethoven, you know, Tchaikovsky, and some other name, you know, you can pronounce your own name. And I just thought that was hilarious. Like, you're not changing your name to like Zoe. That's your name and you're going to work with it. And I thought that's the type of mom I would probably be. I'd be like, nah, well, maybe I'd say, well, get a nickname, but related to your real name. That's probably what I would do to be a nice mom and not let my child suffer too much. Oh, thank you. So Leisha. Now, Leisha, next time I do a live, I'm not going to probably remember that because I'm dyslexic. That's my excuse. So it was great being with you guys. I can't believe it's been an hour of me talking to myself, but seeing your little comments on the side. I wish you could see them. So I just see, like I said, tiny, tiny, you're like this big. And then I see, and it's going fast. So thank you so much for being here. I'll probably take this down because it's only good for people who are like pretty much here live. And I am going to also, I do have a Patreon. And actually, can I share that with you guys? Because what I am going to do, so thank you. I'm going back to someone who asked me, do I have a Patreon? I have about 6 Patreon supporters, and it's because of them. They really are supporting the channel. Hang on, I'm going to share this link. If you really appreciate the videos that I'm making, I would love to invite you to join the Patreon. I'm going to be paying more attention to my patrons there, and I believe that what I'm going to do is do like a full moon circle. Private, it'll be private for the patrons, and I believe it'll be at the $8 a month level. So Patreon is just a way for people to support artists, creators, writers. A lot of YouTubers have a Patreon, and it's based on the idea, like, famous paintings and so on. They had a patron, they had people who paid them to make the work. And so it's sort of crowdfunding. So I believe I have an $8 level, and I believe that'll be the level where I'll have monthly lives. But specifically, I'm going to have a theme for each month, and we will do a meditation together. So I'm going to be paying more attention to the Patreon and to my patrons there. So, for example, we might do something on generosity, and have a meditation that is just there for the patrons, that is live. Then I'll also record, and then I'll probably give a practice, like a sheet that you can download to go with it. So I'm basically going to use it almost like a little membership site, you guys, like, so it'll be like a women's circle. So check that out. Please do consider supporting the channel, supporting the work I do. I would really appreciate it. I think I have a $3 level or something like that, and I will be paying more attention there. One of the perks, yeah, I'm going to be tweaking the perks, but as I said, the one I know I will be doing is a monthly live where we do a particular practice just for us women, and it'll be a theme that we'll take through that month. And it'll probably run from full moon to full moon. That's what I'm thinking. And again, it'll be private. It won't be out on YouTube. I will either probably do it by Zoom, or I think I can also do lives privately on YouTube, but privately. So please do consider checking that out. And I just put it there, the Patreon. Thank you so much. Yes, Leisha, I do watch. I've got a lot of chakra videos because those are the most popular on my channel. And I am going to be coming out with a course. It's going to be an in-depth course. So it's not good, start saving your coins. It's not going to be like $10.99. It's going to be a course that I envision will be life-changing if you do the course, if you actually do it and work through it. And I may run it live the first time, so you'll have me taking you through it. And then most likely I will make it a course, a standalone course that you can work through with the chakras. So stay blissed, stay blessed. Thank you so much. It was great to be here with you all, and have a beautiful week. All right. Don't let the energy and the chaos around us right now and all the change, a lot of it is positive. Don't let that pull you down. Don't let that affect your energy. Our vibration is important. It's not to deny reality, but again, your vibration emanates out to all the people in your sphere, whether it's your children, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your partner. Your energy affects all those around you. So keep your energy high. Keep it as high as you can. Protect your mind. Don't let yourself be pulled down, okay? Love you very, very much. Yep. Bye, Life Coach 365. Bye, Katsy. Bye, Tanjila, Alicia, Silverhead Fitness. Mwah. Stay blissed and blessed. Bye-bye.